My son was in ICU, and I just wanted a miracle. I remember praying to God and asking him that, for real me, I've never seen him. After I finished that prayer, nikapata simu kutoka Usi Aga Khan, wakaniambia, you know what? My son passed away, and sometimes sipitia tough seasons. And alitujua na katu set apart. In all my life, I hadn't experienced the love that was left by her. She was sick for about 2 years. And it got into me because now I started feeling like I'd rather be an orphan. I wanted to compete with the secular world.
Yes.
That's what I wanted.
You were very clear.
Yes. I wanted gospel videos zikae better quality than secular world. At least every week, I had 5 releases. I never used to sleep. Kuna wakati hata energy drinks ndio zilikuwa zani keep up. Then nikaamka nikapata sioni for about 9 hours. So Churchill stays, and then few hours to the show. Few hours actually. Kanikola kaniambia, Jay, cancel the show. Let's not take it. The truth is, as long as we are still alive, Mose, it doesn't matter how we preach Jesus. That's all that we need to do.
Yeah.
I have a lot of young men that I mentor right now. They know. In fact, down there, me, I got kids out of wedlock.
Yeah.
I love my children. But the truth is, do not. But anakuja ananiambia sasa, baba, Willy Paul atakudanganya ni mgonjwa. Arudi home. So, wakati Willy Paul anakuja ananiambia, baba, mimi ni mgonjwa.
Yo, what's up, good people, man? First, thank you so much for always joining us for the DJ Mo's podcast. We do not take it for granted, man. I'm always excited to be able to have wonderful guests joining me for conversations. People who are known, other people who are not known, but they are known in their circles. And, just being able to have genuine, honest conversations with them. So, man, as you continue digging in and enjoying the podcast, we'd like to encourage you to go ahead and support us, man. This is only possible through your love and through your support. Pray for us, talk about us, but then also you can go ahead and, go a step further and support us financially. And you can do that by, our account number and the till number. They're all, is it till number? No, the pay bill number and the account numbers ziko hapa hivi, si ndio? Please do go ahead and support us financially, because this encourages us, it allows us to be able to pay our bills and to continue hooking you up with more great content, si ndio? Thank you so much for your love. In the meantime, man, let's continue in our conversations today hapa hivi on the DJ Mo's podcast. But dude, karibu sana. Are we run? Can we run? We have to go ahead. I don't even introduce my guests, bro. Sio tupata tu kwa stories zetu ba. But nice to see you, bro.
Thank you very much.
It's been a long time tangu tukae down pamoja.
Yes, but the good thing is I can see what you're doing.
I can see what you're doing as well.
Yes. Yeah. But that's about the kingdom, whereby God and Odin, ninyi wote mnafanya the same thing but in different areas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Blessing, you're one of the leading video producers in our country, and not just like in all areas, like whether it's commercials, whether it's music videos, whether it's series, documentaries. God amekupatia such an amazing gift. And when you look back, mahali ulianzia sijui ilikuwa Kitale, and you can tell us a bit of this.
Yes.
What drives you today?
I think I'll say my story is all about God's grace, because right now I'm getting a glimpse of why other things had to happen.
Wow.
Before asikuwa naelewa. And when I tell my story, of course, kuna watu wengi maybe umesikia story yangu na wengine wajasikia, coming from a very humble background, from a different religion. My mom passing away when I was very young.
How old were you when your mom died?
I was 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And went to live with my uncle. And they were all from a different religion. So for me, I loved dancing sana. And then that's when Pius Muiru had started planting churches.
Yeah.
So he planted,
Maximum Miracle
yes,
Centers,
he
yeah.
planted a church.
Mhm.
And me and my covenant brother, Billy Frank. So you are the pioneers of that church,
Wow.
Yakayole.
Billy Frank.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah. And I think through that, I got born again. My
Mhm.
uncle was mad about it and like, how will you just change your religion?
Yeah.
And it wasn't only that, because also I was very young.
Mhm.
I didn't know what to do in a setup of, let me say, new family setup.
Yeah,
Since mom is not there, nobody's there. So I had to run away from home. I went to the streets. And then I was privileged to be adopted by a pastor who's a bishop right now.
Mhm.
His name is Pastor William Vemba, who was not even a Kenyan. He was a Congolese pastor. And a lot of times guys think that I'm Congolese because of him. But yeah. And he's the one of, not even one, he's built my life. Through him, I was able to get to know who I was and what God had called me to do, and he shaped so many things in my life. So with all that, saa zingine watu wanafeel, oh yeah, ulikuwa kwa street, oh hauna wazazi, and how was it like? I don't even remember how it was, because all this was about God trying to just get me where I was supposed to be. Yes.
Bro, so when you look at the work that you're doing today, and is it safe to say that you get your inspiration from what you have gone through?
Whatever that I've gone through, for me, I have understood seasons. Okay, for example, there's a time God asked me, or rather, and this si kitambo sana, ni juzi tu, whereby what's the opposite of God? And a lot of us will answer, of course, the devil or darkness, because that's how we are programmed to believe God is, or how he's big. But do you know God does not have an opposite? He's above everything. And if you want to compare the devil, of course, compare an angel, because he's one of God's creation.
Yeah.
So you can compare him with the angel Gabriel, because Lucifer is an angel. But God has no comparison. So God was trying to show me how I didn't understand how big he is. And also my favorite verse in the Bible, Jeremiah 1:5, whereby he knew me before I was formed in my mother's womb. And he set me apart. So looking at Job's story also, for example, just in a line to that, when Satan was roaming around, Mungu akamuuliza umetoka wapi? Akasema, have you seen my faithful servant Job? So if you read Job's story, is very, very interesting, whereby God did not only love Job, he trusted Job sana, that alikuwa naongea on behalf of Job. And shetani akasema, ni mtu umemwekea umemzungukia,
yani, protected this guy.
Exactly. You see, you can't even talk about protection if you've not tried someone. That means the devil had tried Job, and akarealize he's that protected by God. And God akamwambia, sawa, you try him, but don't take his life. All through the Bible, do you understand there's nowhere that God, actually Job complained to God. Yani complained about Satan. Akasema shetani amefanya ama hajafanya. It was about God, whereby you gave me all this and Israel ukichukua and everything. It was just about him understanding how God works. And God was trying to show me that sometimes sipitia tough seasons. And alitujua na katuset apart. Whereby it's not supposed, actually hata si shetani za zingine tukimtaja anashtuka zile za okay manzi sikuwa niache. It's just a season and the way that God is molding you to be whoever that he created you to be. So I've come to understand in this season, that's why you've asked me where I am. And not everything might go according to my expectation, but I feel so good knowing that in everything that I do, that God is in it and He's made it the way He just wants it to be. So my inspiration is just that I feel very confident enough to know in each seasons of my life He's there. Yes.
When you talk about the story of Job, so in my community group, together with guys from my church, we were going through a devotion on the book of Job. It's one of the hardest devotions we've ever had to do. It's one of those things guys were like, listen, me, I do not want to go anything through that Job went through. In fact, guys were so pressured. They're like, this is too intense.
Exactly.
When you think about what Job went through. And so the guy who leads the study, who did the study, his name is Francis Chan. And Francis Chan starts by asking the question, have you ever lived knowing that someone is watching your life? And bro, this someone who's watching your life every day is God.
Yes.
And when it starts from there, you're like, it almost makes you shift your perspective.
Very true.
And so, after Job went through all that drama, losing his wealth, the pain of losing his children.
Yes.
By the time Job is saying, into this world I came naked and I will leave naked.
Yes.
And by the time he's lost all his wealth, one of my guys in the and maybe you can respond to this, one of the guys in my community group actually said that when you look at that, how that narrative went, I think Job probably did not have the understanding that God and Satan had a conversation about his life.
Exactly.
And God had told Satan, you can touch everything else apart from his life.
Yes.
And what my brother, his name is William, what he said was that the thief is the one who comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's exactly what he did for Job.
Yes.
But God gives life, and He gives life in abundance. And that's what God did at the end of the book of Job. So Job did not know, or that is the enemy who, it's Satan who had actually killed, stolen, and destroyed his family and all the possessions that he had. I don't know what you think about that.
Actually, it's deep. And same way, I wouldn't choose to be Job at all. I wouldn't. And but I think what kept Job going, I feel like he's one of the guys that were sure. Jesus was God. Whereby he was sure of everything. But now Job,
he's just like you and I.
A normal person. And he still had to believe and trust in God. I think we've all been in a place that we know God and we've seen Him. But in a fika place whereby una doubt, unashindwa, do you really exist? You have to show yourself. Like I had a situation, there's a time that sorry, I'm jumping.
It's okay, bro.
Story.
It's fine.
Yes, I had a child, and so he was sick, and during that time I was going through a very tough season, and I remember praying to God and asking Him that, for real, me, I've never seen you. I've seen you through guys, or even you've come through to my life in different ways, but I've never seen you. Ile miracle watu wanasemaga God has done, nina nini. So today I want you to prove to me, because my son was in ICU, and I just wanted a miracle for him to get out of the hospital. And when I was praying, I used to wake up very early in the morning, or rather, I do wake up very early in the morning to pray. And this is the day that I told God, please, show yourself. After I finished that prayer, nikapata simu kutoka Usi Aga Khan, wakaniambia, you know what? Mtu yeye alikuwa ameenda, tumemreset it back. So nikamwambia Mungu, please, if this is the way you want to show yourself to me, please don't show me. Don't then show yourself to me. But all in all, my son passed away, and it was a tough season of my life. But what I realized all through that, God was trying to teach me reconciliation in a very expensive way. Because I lost my son, but I gained reconciliation that up to date, it's been, I think, around 10 years since he passed on. And I gained reconciliation in a very big way through that, all that.
Reconciliation with God or with?
Reconciliation actually with people. Because when my son was sick, I was trying to get anyone that was close to God to tell God that to heal my child.
Yeah.
So I was in a desperate solution whereby it taught me reconciliation. Because even the guys that I felt like we had issues and all that, I was calling every single person that had wronged, that who had a problem with me, and through that, and also one of my friends, his name is Expo came to pray, and my brother actually, and God was showing them reconciliation before even my son passed on. And through all that, I had to learn about reconciliation in a very, let me say, expensive manner. Yes.
Even through the loss of your son.
But all in all, God is faithful. That's what I'll say.
That's so true, man.
Yeah.
Allow me to, for the sake of, guys who are watching or listening to the podcast, if we could just go back to, like your humble upbringing.
Yeah.
Were you raised in Kayole?
Yes, I was raised in Kayole and also Kibra.
And also Kibra?
Yes.
Man. So which one was harder, Kayole or Kibra?
Let me say, no, Kayole was harder because I spent most of my time in Kayole.
Okay.
Yes.
And were you born to a single mom?
Yes, I was. At some point, this is an interesting story. Because did you know Saint P is my brother?
Which Saint P?
The producer.
So when you say your brother, I know you guys are brothers in Christ.
No, Saint is my half brother. Yes.
Saint P?
Yes.
Even I did not know that. Kaka?
Yeah. So we've come a long way. Actually, we didn't even know.
I was going to ask you, did you know that you guys were?
No. Actually, just in the industry, because there's some time we used to work close together. Sana. And napenda sana yeye akishare this story more than I do. Because I still feel some guiltiness in me. Yeah, but we used to work together. So there's some songs like Sari Sari. He was doing the audio and then I was doing videos. So we were collaborating very well. And then guys felt like, in fact, there was a lady, you remember Jaya?
Yeah.
Yes. So
man.
Jaya, there's a time that we were doing a project with Jaya and she told me, you guys are so alike with Saint. I don't know why. The way you talk, the way you approach situation, that's the same thing Saint will do. Yeah. So, and before that, Saint had already started to do investigation to the dad and all that. So now one day he came and told me, you know what? You're my brother. And I was like, no. It's not the story that I've grown knowing.
Yeah.
And we did so much. And by the time I was going actually to meet our late dad, that's when he had passed on. Yeah, so me meeting him, we were getting off mortuary then.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
So you didn't even get to meet him when he was alive?
No, we just spoke. We used to talk on phone.
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
So how was it for you and your mom at that time, if you remember? I know she died when you were 9 years old.
Yes. My mom, up to date, I think I finished my 2 years ago. Yeah, let me say my therapy, because I realized the impact that she had made in my life was affecting me in it was affecting me in my adulthood.
Like negatively?
Yeah, it was positive when she was here, but now growing up it became negative. Yeah, that's what I'll say, because in all my life I hadn't experienced the love that was left by her. She was a lady that will do anything to make sure there's food on the table for me.
Yeah.
And she would fight for me. Even at the time that she was passing on, I felt like I sort of contributed because she had to do everything to make sure that I am doing well. Yeah. And yeah, so the love was very, very, I felt loved by my mom. She provided until when she got sick. And I remember her telling me some words that up to date makes a lot of sense. So when she got sick, we went to stay with my auntie and my uncle. And she used to tell my auntie that, take care of my son because he's going to help you one day. So at that point, my auntie had, I think, he wasn't born. So this is my brother who's here, Sebi. He wasn't born then. And yeah, he had 5 children by then. And all of them were old enough to help the family.
Yeah.
So by the time you're telling she was telling my auntie that my son, the only child, will help your whole family. It didn't sit
sense.
well, yeah, with my aunt at some point. How comes your son is the only one that will help us? So, and also she used to see me in a very, I don't know what I had, but nilikuwa na kirere mingi sana. And but
Na vile umekuwa mpole siku hizi.
Ukiniona kitambo na sahi, two different kabisa. So my mom, I don't know how she was able to see me up to now. Like so many things that me wanting to make sense, that she used to see it. Like she used to say about my heart, loving people, and how much I'll make it in life. Though sija make it sad. But it's okay. So she used to say things that yes. By that time when she was sick, she used to tell me things, and I was young, I couldn't understand most of them. And even at some point, she told me, "You think I will make it on your birthday?" And at a certain point, because she was sick for about 2 years, and it got into me because now she was very energetic before that, beautiful, very outspoken.
Yeah.
Alikuwa ukiguza mtoto wake umeguza moto, yani. She will do everything to protect. And then now she's sick.
Yeah.
She can't do nothing, you know. So it felt like I started feeling like I'd rather be an orphan than having her, because it was now an embarrassment. And shule watu wanasema mamako ni mgonjwa, ni mkonda. And somehow it started feeling like she was a burden even to me. So at some point whereby when my cousins were to go somewhere, but my mom lazima achwe na mtu.
Yeah.
And I was very young. So singepata hizo privilege za kuenda. So nilikuwa natokwa.
Yeah.
So nabaki na yeye. And yeah, so in fact she said she will not make it to my birthday, of which she died on my birthday morning. Yeah. So after when she died, I felt a bit of relief because nilifilio bado nimetoka, so watu watakuwa wananiona huruma, wanasema orphan and all that, because 2 years of being mocked in school, watu wanafeel ni kama but now you see, she had showered me with a lot of love, and then now hapa watu wanamtusi, and then now she's normal. So after some time, it's when I got now to realize that she was covering me in so many ways.
Yeah.
And that's what led me now to become rebellious, whereby I'm trying to look for love.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see someone that will love me unconditionally. That affected me even growing up, because I thought everyone needs to love me or
Yeah.
even to be there for me.
Mhm.
But now you see, the world doesn't work like that. Everyone sees you and they want to be close to you because of a reason. So
Yeah.
if they don't see that, so I got hurt very easily.
Mhm.
I got, let me say, robbed, or even I felt like everyone was against me
Yeah.
because whatever that I was expecting from them, they couldn't give me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but through therapy, it really, really helped me.
Bro, that's so it's like it's so important what you're talking about, and now reflecting back and seeing the gap that that your mom leaving left in your heart,
Yeah.
and how you try to fill that gap,
Void, yeah.
from people. And I think now you growing up, knowing that, I don't even know if you're trying to compensate or if you're trying to not even compensate, but you're trying to fill that void, even through people. And just the shortcomings that people have had over your life. I'm actually even surprised that you still stand and help people today.
Yeah, that's what you're called to do. So you can't run away from it. I normally tell guys that I wish being eight were blessed,
It's actually
no, but I'm blessing.
Yeah.
Which is you have to be a blessing to other people's
You
lives. Yeah,
you can't run away from it.
Yes, yeah. But I thank God for that. You know what? As a giver, the analogy that I got. So men don't go to menopause because we are givers. Women go to menopause because they receive. So once you're a giver,
Utafanya turushiwe mawe hapa hivi now.
No, that's just an example that is very.
As an artist.
No, as an artist. I'm sorry, Kama. So
I'm just saying, what do you guys know about menopause and standing together with our wives and they're going through it?
Pole. Yeah, I'm just saying, once you're a giver, you never stop giving and it will always come to you. Yeah. So niliona post fulani of a friend of mine akisema, would you rather be a giver or a receiver? And come to think about it, saa zingine ukiombaomba sana si poa. You rather be a giver. So my prayer is always God to give me enough to share with others. Yes.
When I met you, first I've got to say you're one of the guys who I really wanted to work with, and back in the day, like intentionally work with in Kubamba, but it never got to be. I never got to see it happen because when I met you, I think it was maybe like 2007 or 2008.
Yes, 2007.
Yeah, over there we met at the office in Pareshe in Gongo, and I got to find out a little bit about you, and you shared your backstory with me, and I was like, this guy is just a living testimony. When I listened to the things that you had gone, I think you had just come from Kitale.
Yes, that's when I was working with the late apostle. It was Bishop Ben Bahati. Yes.
How did you end up in?
Through my good friend anaitwa Olewili. Olewili also saw something in me. But before then, I was working with RK.
And you were an artist as well, because you had done some songs.
Yes. Yeah. Some worship, good worship, bongo music.
Yes. Yeah.
So I went to Kitale, and actually it shaped my video. My videography. Because when I went there, they had everything, and I was able to explore. And also the late Bishop Ben Bahati was very generous man, and Olewili, very generous man, and they were able to give me a chance to explore more. Because you see, in this art that for us, it's not like now. We never learn through YouTube or anything.
Yeah.
So you have
that
to
time
do
there
it.
was no YouTube, bro.
Yes. So you have to do it, make mistakes, look around. And so it helped me a lot because the more I did videos, the better I became.
Yeah.
And also, because unafanya hii mistake, I remember a good friend of mine, anaitwa Mopao, used to have Stomp.
Yeah.
So every single time I release kitu.
Big shout out to you.
Natuja Mopao ananiambia, Blessing, sasa wewe unakuanga na mavideo mbaya. Kwani unanipigia simu? So when I started doing good videos, he's one of the guys that who really helped my career pick up. Yes. I remember even when I came from States, Shule, he's the one that who gave me my first big gig, which was Churchill show.
Yes.
So he kept on telling Churchill, there's this guy, he used to do very bad videos, but now he's from Stato. He's doing good work. So I got the gig at Churchill through Mupa.
Yeah. You know, now, even as I'm talking to you, I'm now, my mind is like, you know, it's playing all these reels, like video reels. And I remember one of the biggest videos that you did for me that I saw probably open many doors for you was when you did the song Iroma for Gloria Muliro.
Oh, Gloria Muliro. Yes. Okay.
Remember?
Yes, I remember.
And because we played it.
Yes.
And then after that, guys were like, hey, nani amefanya hiyo video? I mean, now I look at the video, I'm like,
even
what?
Eunice Njeri.
Gani?
Na Kaberere.
Which one did you do before? I think it was Iroma.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Iroma was before. Yes. You know, the late Cabs used to be my good friend.
Yeah.
And he believed in me. Sada. Alikuwa ananiita Jib. And Cabs used to I think he had already seen what I had even before Nione. So he challenged me to do a song for him and Eunice. I think that was the first song that I did for him. And
hilo alifanya GNPI.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Nakumbuka Njugusha akinipigia simu akiniambia, hii sasa kuna mavitu umeweka hapa. Hii song ni noma sana. Yes, and yeah. I think Iroma was yes, because the song was good. It was very, very good.
So for me, it stands out because I remember there was a song. So Gloria Muliro had given me her husband at that time, Eric. He had given me this. I don't even know how I came across it. I think maybe I'd gone to the shops and just got a couple of CDs from River Road at that time, DVDs. And I came across a song that she had done, badly shot, with a camcorder.
Oh, okay.
Gloria's first song, but it was so popular. And so when I talked to them, I was like, okay, maybe the next video you guys do, make sure it's a good one.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they linked up with you.
Pastor Omba ni mjanja sana.
Bro.
You know what I realized? Because I was very picky. And by that time, I wasn't at my peak yet, but I was very, very intentional. I wanted to compete with the secular world.
Yes.
That's what I wanted.
You were very clear.
Yes. I wanted gospel videos zikae better quality than secular world. I remember even going to my good friend. He's my good friend right now, and he taught me so much. He was in Ogopa DJs, and I went to Ogopa and I asked him to help me. I just want to achieve the quality that he had. And I'm not in the same... we are not competitors. I'm in a different... But by then, alikuwa nafanyia bado watu wakubwa. So he felt like I will take a piece of his cake. So akaniambia, why would I teach you so that you can be a potential competitor in future? So you go teach yourself and then we meet at the top.
Oh my gosh.
But that helped me and it gave me a lot of zeal to continue doing what I was doing. And then quality, sijui kwa nini watu walikuwa wanaona ni kama kala. Ukieka tu kala.
Ndio hiyo. Because I remember Iroma had a lot of blue.
Kala. Yes, exactly. So, but it helped. So Pastor Omba, when he came to me, I realized, kuna shida na ukijana. Ukijana ni mzuri, lakini let's talk to him wakati ameshiba. So we used to do meetings kwa hoteli. And I make sure kwanza, nimekula alafu tunaoke. So I was able to do some of his work vizuri sana. Not even because of anything.
Because of
kushibisha. Unajua hiyo maisha tulikuwa tunaishi. Ilikuwa na one meal. Na hiyo one meal ni ile umepatana nayo tu. Because you're hustling. So lunch was not a must. Kitu ni lazima ilikuwa ni sapa. Na hiyo sapa ujui ni saa ngapi ni utakula. Because manze kulala na njaa ni ngumu. Au lalangi. Yeah, but Pastor Omba knew how to really get to my creative side, whereby every time he used to come to me, I was able to be very creative on them.
Yeah.
And I think before that also I had done something for Kabasa. You remember Kabasa?
Gideon Boots.
Yes. Actually, it was They Go. They had a song called They Go.
Yeah.
And the video looked like Nigerian and all that. And then Emoji came to me and told me, hii ni noma sana. Tufanye kitu kama hii ya Kabasa. So the same place tulishoot ya kina Kabasa, tukaenda tukashoot.
Papa God.
Papa God hapo. Ikashika pia. Jimmy Gate akaona akasema, hii ni noma sana. So that's how we were able to make a lot of videos. By then, they made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I take back my words. Because all those songs were before...
Yes,
they were before Iroma.
Yes. They were before Iroma. But that was, I think Gloria Mliro came into the light after Iroma very well.
Yes. That's what now catapulted her. And then she became the big legend that she is today.
Yes, very true.
So that journey for you, clearly now as you're saying, that you were going through all these hardships. I mean, you're shooting videos, but you're sleeping hungry?
Kwanza hata hungry. Nilikuanga na trouser mbili.
Hey bro.
2 trousers.
Na vile uko na mabangas kwa TV.
Man, sayo niko na trouser mbili. Ni jeans kwanza ya black and blue. Na shati za promotions. Mingi zilikuwa za Safaricom. Alafu sasa what I had a lot zilikuwa bandana. Unajua bandana zilikuwa cheap then.
So na ulikuwa na bandana. Yeah.
So niko na bandana mingi. Trao mbili na nguo za promotion. Alafu you come to my house imejaa. Young guys are just there trying to figure out their life. Kuna mwingine ni mdogo hapo anaitwa Bahati anajaribu. Willy Paul ako huko. Kina Mr. Seed. So I had a lot of young guys around me then.
Mr. Vemba.
Vemba also. Yeah. Yes. Actually, Vemba, that's my dad's name.
Yes.
My adopted dad's name.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you said Vemba initially, I was like, I know there's an artist, the late Vemba.
Yes. So Vemba also was very, very talented. His real name is Sam. So he liked me sana and he felt like I was his father. So when I was in high school, nilikuwa naitwa Vemba because my dad had given me that name. And so Vemba knew that. Now Sam knew that that's my real name.
Yeah.
So he wanted to give himself something that will look like me or something. So when I went to Mathare at some point, naona amevaa shati imeandikwa Vemba and everyone anamuita Vemba. Nikamuuliza, umetoa wapi hiyo jina? Akaniambia si ni jina yako mzae. Alikuwa ananiita mzae. So yes, so Vemba also, and he was very, very gifted. And may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
He just passed away last year, actually.
Life took a toll on him.
Exactly.
Life took a toll on him. How did you... I mean, you're going through these difficulties, bro. You have all these young people who are staying with you in your house.
Yeah.
Uko na trao mbili. Shati za promotions.
Iko ina macha.
Bandanas.
Exactly.
But you're also going through times when you can't even provide for all of them.
Yes. And I think at some point God was able to provide.
Yeah, because I was actually going to ask you, how did you not end up going into a dark space, bro?
In fact, kama kuna kitu ilikuwa inatulemea, ilikuwa 2 things. Nasema 2 because I had a lot of guys in my house.
Yeah.
And
na hiyo ni bogi ya vijana.
Exactly. I don't know if you remember a guy called Emissary also. Yes, we used to live also with Emissary, Martin. So,
and where are you staying at this time, maybe if I could ask for context?
Okay. When I was in South Sea, that's when Kina Bahati used to live with me. But it started in Komarok. Yeah, in Komarok, I used to live in a small bed sitter after tumekosana na my dad.
Yeah.
So my dad, when he got married...
Now Apostle Vemba now.
Yes, he's a Bishop Vemba right now.
Yeah.
When he got married, things changed kidogo kwa nyumba. Na mimi sikuwa na understand. So kitu ya
I
kwanza
don't even know I'm
ilikuwa,
laughing, but
I don't know if you have boys in your house wapendi kuoga.
my son inakuwaga ni vita kuoga.
Ndio sasa mimi sikuwa napenda kuoga. So my mom amekuja in the picture. And my mom, lazima uoge, lazima uingie kwa nyumba on time.
Yeah.
You know, nilikuwa nimezoea vitu freestyle. The only thing that was very, very a must before my mom came into the picture was prayers and school and church.
Yeah.
Hiyo ilikuwa lazima. So tulikuwa naamka every day 4.
And when you're referring to your mom, for the sake of the listeners.
Yeah, my mom now.
Your adopted mom.
Yes, my adopted mom.
Yeah.
Yes, anaitwa Maureen Vemba.
So ameingia na masharti.
So, before that maisha ilikuwa sawa.
Yeah.
Poa sana. Whereby,
Filanga free.
Kabisa. My dad used to believe in me. And since hakuwa najua sana Kiswahili, nakumbuka hata kuna vitu zilikuwa zinampita. So tukitaka kuomba asubuhi, kulikuwa na song ya TID ilikuwa imehit sana. Ilikuwa inaitwa Siamini.
Yeah.
So tulikuwa na karedio kakinanda. Hiyo song ilikuwa inachezwa sana KBC. So ilikuwa na Siamini kama tuko wote. So there's a day we are worshiping and my dad starts singing this song. He thought it was a worship song. Siamini kama tuko wote. Kama tuko wote. Mimi na wewe. So nikacheka namwambia, Dad, this is not a gospel song. Uamini kwa nini kama mko wote na Yesu? So he had taught me so much, yeah.
Oh my God.
And now here comes a young lady that I felt like is taking away from whatever that I had.
Yeah.
So kuna masharti kwa
Ameingilia
nyumba.
katikati ya relationship.
So my mom was, she's amazing woman of God, whereby she shaped me. Kuoga lazima nioge, anakuja kunicheck. Sasa unajua ulikuwa unaenda unapiga passport alafu akauko ndani unatoka. But my mom helped me that. So me having my own studio, it's when I couldn't keep up with the new rules.
Yeah.
So my dad had to get a small place for me in Komarok. It was an SQ.
Yeah.
So that's when I got a lot of guys. The first one that I got was a guy called M4J. M4J sasa yeye alikuwa na mbogi yake ya Huruma.
So Huruma.
And I made a beat for him. And ikakuwa sasa, and this is when I'm doing audio production, not even video. I hadn't started video at all. So audio production, akaenda kaniletea tutoto tungine tudogo watatu walikuwa wana dance. So mmoja mdogo kwao wote, mfupi ilikuwa Bahati. I think he was in
ready to give me those photos kama uko nazo.
I will look for it. So Bahati alikuwa mdogo, alafu Sid alikuwa mrefu kidogo. Kuna mwingine alikuwa katikati yake pia alikufa, anaitwa Ken. Alafu mwingine pia ni comedian anaitwa Carlos. I don't know if you know Carlos.
I don't think I know Carlos.
Carlos is he's a famous comedian. I'm very, very funny right now. So
which Carlos?
Anaitwa tu Carlos.
Okay.
But he has dreadlocks. So M4J brought these guys to me. Yeye ndio alikuwa naimba, alafu alikuwa wana dance. So and then Sid used to also alikuwa anapenda kuimba. Bahati alikuwa anaitwa Fat. Like PHA ilikuwa na prophecy something. M4J was very, very creative. So alikuwa anapatia hao vijana jina zenye ziko na meaning. Like I remember Sid's name. Ilikuwa Sid meaning setting El Shaddai exaltation deeper. That is the meaning of the name Seed. Yes. So Fat pia ilikuwa something prophet, nini vitu kama hizo. So and these guys were very young, but they were very prayerful. Yani if there's anything, yes, kulikuwa na ile mambo ya vijana
kama
mambo hizo mtaa wanaomba. Ukiona Fat saa hiyo sasa Bahati. Bahati used to be not used to, I think up to date, as I know him, is a big prayer warrior. And Sid also wanakuprichia, wanafanya nini. So there's an incident happened. Nilikuwa church. So my dad had been transferred because he was a youth pastor. before that, and then akakuwa transferred to another church wakati alioa. So I didn't move with him.
Yeah.
I stayed with that church where he was at. So I was a youth, when it was teenager chairman there. And then I think there's something that happened, nikafukuzwa church. So that's the first time I was suicidal. So nimejifungia kwa room. Najua hakuna mtu ananitaka. Oh, church imenifukuza, my dad amefanya nini? So kina Mr. Sido wako kwa dirisha wananiconvince sijiwe.
Bro.
So walikuwa wananiita baba, wananiambia baba, mawimbo zetu zitaenda wapi? Mawimbo zetu zitaenda wapi?
Hata siku kulilia life yako.
No, they were trying, unajua. When someone is suicidal, you try to say anything that will make them get out of that. Na sasa ingine watu sema vitu wrong. Ingine right. So ni watu wadogo wanajaribu kuniconvince. Nani saa hiyo M4J ananiambia JB cheki. Si tunaenda kuhit Kenya. Cheki. Na unataka kujiua manzi. Hakuna producer mnoma kama wewe. And actually by then M4J had given my studio a name, ilikuwa inaitwa Biglicious.
Biglicious.
Yeah, because I used to be good in making beats by then, yeah. So they convinced me, mpaka wakapigia my dad simu. My dad akakuja, alikuwa mkali sana, akabomoa mlango, akanichukua, akanipeleka kwa chief, akaniambia huyu anataka kujua. Sasa juu anataka kujua, nataka sasa mimi nisikuwe guardian wake. Sasa, you know, he's trying to find a way to get me out of that situation. And
bro,
over time I think iliisha too, but the big thing is I never knew how to take rejection. Like I felt like I'd given so much into that church, you know, after I was teaching them dance, and so much had happened, and them taking me off church Evo too. And even when my dad left the church, I didn't live with my dad. I stayed with you guys. So why wouldn't you
want me?
Yes, to be part of the church. And that was my first time being suicidal. And it has happened a couple of times. But my friends were there. They were young, but they were able to help me.
Oh my gosh.
And also Ekodida also, that's when also you started. And actually Ekodida was the first person ever that I shot video, because I used to do audio production. So doing audio, and then one day I think I got a camera, and then I tried and all that. Yes.
Oh my gosh. So it's I mean, it's funny when I think about what you're saying, that you have these young boys who are crying out for your life. When you were taken to the cops, because I remember back in the day, if someone was suicidal and they're taken to the chief, they're going to beat the living
out of them.
They're going to beat that death wish out of your life.
Exactly.
Is that what they did to you?
No, actually now, you know, my dad still Kiswahili yake ilikuwa na jipa.
Now him is Congolese.
Yes, he's Congolese. Sasa akijaribu explain vitu zingine. Hata kizungu, he's very good in English. But with the accent, saa zingine unasikia kama anaongea French. In fact, he's a teacher. He's a teacher right now. He's a French teacher. And in a very good school. So ilikuwa hard for him to explain himself. Sasa ikakuwa makarao hata wakaachana na mimi kwanza.
Adila umse.
Wadila yeye kwanza. Uwe kwanza kuna makaratasi. And he tried to explain himself. Wakaona, okay, by the way, ini shida yangu, wacha tu nichukue niende naye nyumbani. And we went back home. So makara wako na focus na mimi sana. Ilikuwa ni
wako na big fish. Big fish to fry.
So I think my dad regretted, why did I go to a chief now say.
Oh man.
So that's what happened.
What was your we'll navigate through this, and if you want to talk about it, you can share about it later, like, you know, other instances and how you got out of them. What was your big break then for you when you look back and you're like, Mose, this was a turning point for my life?
I think it was Groove Award. What had happened is I had flooded the market with my videos.
Hey, bro.
And funny enough is, I tell people this all the time, I never used to sleep because my goal was nilikam nikajua this is the quality. And now I have gotten the attention of the people. So everyone who wanted to do video, number one, they used to think about me. In fact, watu walikuwa wanaandika song wakijua hii kuna venye J Blessing ataipiga afanye hivi alafu weke jina yake hapo. Because now the videos zikianza zote nyinyi kwanza mlikuwa mna mix sana. Kuna place nilikuwa najua mta mix. So
ulikuwa unajua maana nini?
Ukianza tu hivi unaona logo kubwa directed by J Blessing. So the name already had gone ahead. And I had a lot of jobs. So nilikuwa nafanya at least every week I had 5 releases.
Wow.
So you can't imagine, I shoot, I edit, and I deliver.
Bro, and the machines were not that good at that
They
time.
were not. Yes. Na hiyo time ulikuwa lazima udump kwanza. Unaongojea kama ulishoot 1 hour, utaongojea 1 hour in a dump yote.
Wow.
And then now you start cutting. And all that. So I had few time ya kulala. Kuna wakati hata energy drinks ndio zilikuwa zani keep up. Then nikaamka nikapata sioni for about 9 hours. My body is up, everything. Lakini nafungua hivi macho, blackout, inatoa tu machozi. I called my dad, nikaambia Mungu. Nikaambia my dad, please ongea na Mungu. Not my eyes. Take anything else. Not my eyes. Because now, that's the only thing that I had. And I felt like this is the power, the tool that I have.
And it's been taken away.
Sasa hii kienda waze. Nivo. So I was saving so much because I wanted also to go to school. So the small that I used to charge then, saving them and also taking care of bills and hizo vitu zote zina happen. So for 9 hours, I'm not seeing. And that day, actually, I was last week with a good friend of mine, anaitwa Alice Kamande. So we were shooting one of her videos. And tunaangalia tunasema it's 12 years ago. That's when we saw each other last.
Oh my gosh.
So 12 years ago.
Which song is this? Not Ule Ule?
Inaitwa, not Ule Ule. Hiyo ilikuwa inaitwa
Gospel ya Yesu iende.
No, ilikuwa usiku. Actually tulishoot usiku because I couldn't see the whole day.
Wow.
I'm forgetting the So yes, nilikuwa blind for 9 hours because of working back to back and trying to deliver the projects to guys. And it made a lot of sense because I flooded the market. In fact, something funny that happened. Yes, Sakata were good in videos, but walikuwa not all out. So when I came in the market, I was all out, kabisa. And I wanted even to collaborate with them because Mike was my friend. So we started collaborating. Yes. Like, you see, a song like Makena, Najua Utaniacha, it was done in Mike's studio. And then now Mike, they gave me an opportunity, actually through Njugush, they gave me an opportunity to do the video for Makena for that. So we started doing collaboration with them. But for me, I was so intentional that I wanted to flood the market. And it worked. During that time. So Groove Award did not have the video category. Because hakukuwa na a lot of competitors wakuwa kwa hiyo category. So when
ilikuwa ni blessing because you have the top videos of all from your stable.
Exactly. So now they had to force themselves to have that category specifically because of I'd already flooded the market. And it made a lot of sense then because we weren't hatukuwa wengi. The first, which was 2009, I think that's when I was nominated against Sakata, I think. And I won the best video director of the year. The second year, I also won. Now, the third year, here came a friend of mine, mwingine anaitwa Ken Heyman.
Ken.
So Ken had studied the market and he knew what I was doing. And he had the upper hand of River Road. Now me, I was moving on uptown.
Urban kids.
Yes. So now River Road was very, very easy. Ilikuanga ameweka watu karibu siji 100 wanamvotia. So 2 years in the line, Ken is winning against me. And I'm still the biggest videographer. So I go to Groove guys. Okay, namuuliza, what's happening? Ananiambia, do you know what? Hata kama ningetaka, Ken has the most votes. Not even, yani, votes za Ken zimeshinda za artists.
What?
overally, he has the most votes.
Like, and this is a video producer.
This is a video producer.
Oh my god.
Because now Ken had already mastered the River Road.
Yeah.
The River Road wanajua kusupport.
And they have loyal fans,
Yes.
loyal artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now nikasema sawa, Ken nimekuachia.
Hapa kabla Bahati akupush, lazima ajipush kwanza.
Ajipush kwanza. So yeah, so that's what happened, and they created a new category which I was honored to be, let me say, the pioneer on that.
Yeah.
And gospel industry changed. So by the time I was leaving the country to go to school and coming back, vitu zili change completely. 360, whereby the industry had already moved on.
Yeah.
Nikapata video director sasa ni wanoma.
Wameiva.
Wameiva. Mpaka hata sasa mtu kama Samidi, no, actually yeye atakuwa ameanza. There are guys that were good walikuwa naitwa Washamba. And Washamba, we had gone with them to school, the same school. We were in them in Pumu. And also it happened when I came back, we used to be neighbors. Yeah, so alikuwa naitwa, and actually one of them anaitwa Tony, mwingine anaitwa Sanare, Kevin. So they were very, very good. So they introduced something that I didn't have. So nikapata industry on another level. For me, I was like, I'm done. This is what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Whereby our gospel doesn't look cheap anymore.
Yeah.
It looks very good. Yeah, so after that, my focus changed because now siwezi compete now.
Yeah.
Siwezi kuwa place wako because they have more knowledge.
Yeah.
They have more upper hand than where I was.
And how long were you gone for?
I went for 2 years, came back, and then total was about 4 years.
So during those 4 years, things have changed completely. The landscape
Actually, the second year, because I came back after 2 years, that's when now Willie Paul blew up with Gloria Mliro, Nasitolia.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even catch up. So by the time I want to resign my artist, because Willie Paul was my artist.
You introduced me to Willie Paul.
Yes, actually, I'm the one that who literally discovered him.
You told me, Mose, this is an artist. To use your words, you were like, Mose, this guy is going to be the biggest artist we have in Kenya.
Yes.
And that time nikimwangalia kwa studio niko
Haje, how will it happen?
Nikamchapisha interview akapiga backflip kwanza kwa studio. Na studio si kubwa. We knew utavunja screen. You know, and he had just done the song Sitoli. No.
Before that was Rabuka.
Rabuka. It was the song Rabuka.
Yes, yeah. And
and did you shoot the video for Rabuka?
Rabuka, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and actually that's the only project that I did for Willie Paul.
Yeah.
But before that, we did a lot of what I say inakuanga ni kama mentorship program, and they don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Willie, I don't know kama anajua kuomba bado. We used to have problem with Willie. Willie didn't, hakuwa anapenda kuomba. And then now you see Bahati. Yeah. Bahati akiomba mpaka una feel sasa, that's the art of praying. Willie alikuwa anapiga magoti. Like half of the day because ameshindwa kuomba. But in all that, I realized there's some part that was very, very important. There's some part of myself, especially actually Bahati, when he talks, even when I'm on phone, mtu anaweza fikiria ni Bahati ndio anaongea.
Listening to you talk.
Yes.
Very similar.
So Bahati, yes, there's some bit of me that, and do you know something funny is what? I never did any production for Bahati.
To date.
I've never.
And he stayed with you?
He lived with me. In fact, Bahati, the one that who lived with me longer was Mr. Sid. Yeah, but Bahati lived with me for about a year.
Yeah.
Because I remember picking him up from his brother's house and Jaribuku. I didn't really, kusema ukweli, up to date, mi mwambia, I didn't believe in his music.
Wow.
But I knew he was favored. So every time he would sing, Mbaka, the reason why he left my house, it's because I mentioned those words. And me feel vibaya, but somehow it helped him. Because I told him, you don't have talent like Willie Paul.
You can't like Willie Paul is ridiculously gifted.
Exactly. And hata nikienda video, most of the videos that nimeshoot walikuwa watu wangu wa mkono, wananibebea vitu, wako hapo. So even at some point, Bahati is very cheeky, let me say. Watakuwa wameongea na Willy Paul huko, wanasema tutarudi tufanye kitu fulani, alafu Bahati anakuja ananiambia, sasa baba, Willy Paul atakudanganya ni mgonjwa. Arudi home. So wakati Willy Paul anakuja ananiambia, baba, mimi ni mgonjwa. Nishajua Willy Paul ametaka kurudi. Yeah, but it was very interesting because we learned a lot. Even at some point, Ekodida also joined us to live with us. And whereby we've always been family.
So you've come back, things have changed. You're like, man, the industry that you were controlling at some point has now moved on.
Hata wakujui hata kidogo.
Did you feel lost?
No. Funny thing is, again, as a giver, I just felt like, where is my next? Where am I supposed to give now next? And that's when I signed Masi Masika. When I came back, actually, I signed Masi Masika. We did a couple of production. Also, I tried to look for Princess Farida. Remember Princess Farida? Also, I signed her. And that's now also breed to come a masterpiece. Came also. Remember, our wengine wote ilikuwa before I went to school. But now when I came back, Masterpiece, I think Masterpiece was the biggest, the big break by then. Because nilisikia ngoma yake inaitwa Kofio. And I called, Kabasa is the one that brought me. And then I called the mom. He spoke, and then now, because he was very young.
He was in high school. I don't even know.
No, he was not in high school.
When he was doing Kofio.
12 years, yes. So alikuwa mdogo sana. Yes, so we did that, which was break for Masterpiece, and then also McKenna also. It was a break for her, and also Joyce Omondi. Joyce actually threatened sana. In a good way, challenged me.
Making also polished.
Akakuja akaniambia, this video, we've shot it thrice.
Because I think we are trying to do it for her. Steve Mutuku.
And I don't like all the videos that they've done. So now ikajiuliza, huyu dada anataka nini basi? And thank God we were able to do it, and that video actually went viral. It won an award in Groove. I wasn't relevant then as a director anymore, but the video went viral, and it made a lot of sense then. And who else? Also Chuchu. I don't know if you remember Chuchu. That's when Chuchu came out.
She has one of my favorite songs, man.
Yes. And who else? We did a quite, and also Christina Shusho. That's when Janet Otieno actually. We were talking with her just the other day. And the husband brought her to me. Nikasikia wimbo alikuwa amerecord Tanzania, nikamwambia no, this song is very, very bad.
Inapokea kwako.
Inapokea kwako. It's very, very bad. We have to redo it. So the producer in TZ sent the footage and we redid the song in my studio. And then now we shot the video, which was very, very simple. But up to date, I think it's one of the biggest songs that we still have in gospel scene.
Bro, they play it on Classic quite a lot.
Yes. And Janet Otieno came from that after when I came back. But now I decided also to venture now big time, because now I was into TV production. And also I wanted to get into movies.
And your mind had been opened up during your studies.
Exactly. And I felt like music was something that I can do viraisi and even for free. It didn't cost me anything. And now I wanted to get into production. So Mopao introduced me to Churchill. Now I started directing Churchill show.
I remember that.
Yes. And then after that, I also tried to do a lot of TV shows, of which I remember pitching these shows to, they were reality shows,
Yeah.
pitching them to TV station, and they were like, no, we are not ready for such content.
Oh man,
yet."
you are way ahead of time.
Exactly. And even these guys wananinyima kunipatia show na wanaambia watu wenye wako na show za kawaida wakuje niwafanyie consulting. So I used to do consulting for so many TV shows that zilikuwa zinaea then. And yeah.
So now, how was it for you now working with Churchill? Because that was the biggest show on television.
With Churchill, so unajua mimi ni mtu, wewe ni cameraman, light, director, editor, and everything. Now, TV show, especially live, very different. Whereby now you have more than 5 cameramen, you have light people. So in ikiwa namba kidogo sana in Churchill show, production ilikuwa na almost 50 guys.
Man.
That they only listen to producer and director. Sana director.
So they're all listening to you to give them instructions on what to do.
Exactly.
Because the production is all on you now.
Exactly. Sasa, here you are dealing with one person, hivi mtu mmoja tu anaweza miss the whole production. Wow. So watu wako na assumption ya msesi ni wa music video, anakuja kufanya nini kwa TV? So the first show, it was a disaster, bro.
Oh my God.
So Churchill, before it was Churchill Live.
Yeah.
So now Churchill show may come back. So Churchill Live was a collaboration between Churchill, Dan, and someone called Bob Nyanja, who was a director.
Yeah.
So now Churchill has decided to do a show by himself. Now.
Yeah.
He does not have a partner who used to be Bob Nyanja anymore. So now, space here, Bob Nyanja, Jay has taken it, but not as a partner.
Yeah.
So the first show,
bro.
I don't know what to do. Naongea na comps. Because sasa hii ni, you can't be on the cameras. You sit somewhere, you direct the cameramen, the light guys. So watu jua kona hiyo assumption, wengine wamezima camera. Light, it's not how you expected.
Bro.
The show imekuwa hyped up. Like, after your break, sasa inarudi. And this was the most expensive show that used to be on TV.
Yeah.
Tumepiga show. Nimepiga shout. Na shout. Hakuna mtu ananisikiza. Now, come to editing.
And you can't move from your location because the production is running.
I tried. Yani hata kuna break hivi nakimbia. Naambia mtu, kompi yako ifanyi, nini. You don't know how, kama utawajamia, because they're new guys to you. And also it's a new industry. So,
like I'm feeling the pressure.
Yes. But I knew, because in a lot of time in music video, we save things from post.
Yeah.
You know, so me, I thought, hii nitasave ya kwa post. So kama kamera moja, iko na noma, definitely, kamera ingine itafanya nini? Nitakuwa na kitu.
Yeah.
So we edited that show. Edited it. Nothing. So the last day, bado inahypiwa, show itakuwa Sunday. Inahypiwa, Churchill calls me and tell me, Jay, unaonaje? Nikamwambia, najaribu lakini sioni.
Bro.
So Churchill says, and then few hours to the show, few hours actually, kanikola kaniambia, Jay, cancel your show. Let's not take it. You can't imagine, show imehypiwa the whole week inarudi, so it can't be aired.
Did Churchill know the challenges that you were facing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Aliona kwa on the ground, because alifeel kulikuwa na huge disconnection between me and my team.
Wow.
Because I hadn't built the team, so the team was just there. So,
bro,
we didn't air the show. NTV kapatiana excuse the next nini, which it was a lot of money that went to waste.
Yeah.
Churchill was very patient with me, and like anybody else, unaweza futwa kazi.
Yeah.
But Churchill decided to go to take a whole team from Supersport. When you shoot football, so already they know what to do.
He's a professional guy.
Professional
well
guys.
trained, yeah.
Exactly. With a director that was professional, that amezoea kufanya hizo vitu za Kenya. Because Churchill realized that it's okay, we can have a Kenyan production, but now give it alikuwa naita blessing eye. There's something that blessing sees that is different. So he brought this team on board, And then now this director is the director. And then I became assistant director.
Yeah.
So it was like I was learning from him, but pole pole, he was introducing me to his own team.
Yeah.
So now saa zingine anatoka show ananiacha na direct na nini nikaanza kujel now. After 1 month, 2 months kajel.
Yeah.
Alafu huyo director akafutwa kazi. So nikabaki na hiyo team.
Yeah.
So mmoja mwenye alikuwa na rebel, sasa si mimi ndio niko na nguvu na kufuta kazi kama mwingine. Hivyo so I created a very strong team. And so up to date, I think when the question was when I came back, how did I feel? Yeah, so venturing into TV and now working with so many people, my heart was okay not being where I was in videography.
Yeah.
And also I had to mentor some directors, and I felt okay where I was.
Wow. I feel I need to ask you this question because you have been in the music industry for a long time.
Yes,
That was
20 years
20 years. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And I think you might be able to answer this question honestly. When you look at the gospel music space where we are today and where we were maybe like 10 years ago, where do you feel we went? Do you feel we went wrong?
No.
Or what do you think God is doing behind the scenes?
I think everything is working vizuri tu. It's just that there's a TV series, I won't mention the name, that I've tried to watch the first episode na na feel disconnecting now sana. Nashindwa, but hii series tulikuwa tunailike sana. But what happened? Because the production is very, very expensive and all that. But na feel kuna disconnect. So I'm trying to see kama kuna watu wana connect nayo. But I've realized there's a generation that to grow, whereby we see things differently.
Yeah.
Not like this generation. I feel our time, kubamba, used to be kubamba our time because that's what we had. And if you look at even the environment of the country then, ilikuwa, it's very godly. We weren't in a secular kind of industry.
Wow.
We were very in gospel, even the country. Kila kitu ilikuwa maombi. Nini na nini vitu kama hizo. But right now I want you to understand, even us where we coexist in a, I feel like the environment is very, very secular. It's very brutal.
Yeah.
It's about, ni sawa, Mungu yuko lakini pia mi niko.
Yeah.
You know? So it's an eye to eye whereby guys feel like they know their right more. Sisi kitambo ungetuuliza hata. Hatungejua kuconfront.
Yeah.
But now this generation, which is good.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like you can see even your kids maybe, or even kids around you, they love gospel music that they have. Wanakuambia, mi Guardian ananibamba, Moji, lakini pia Bien ni mtu wangu sana. You know?
So tuna consume zote.
So, but that's the reality of where we've grown into.
Yeah.
It's not only, it's not a section. We won't say gospel went wrong. In fact, I sit down with Moji. Guardian is one of my sons. You know, we talk. And there's nothing different or wrong he's doing. He's a prayerful young man. He's delivering whatever that he needs to do. In fact, he's doing even much more than what we used to do. But now, the reason why tunasema hivyo, it's because we are not in the places that we used to be. You know, Kubamba was Kubamba. You know, that's the only platform that we had. If not for Kubamba, so many of us wouldn't have been where we are today, you know. But right now, I think there's a new thing for this generation. I feel no one has done anything wrong. No one is doing anything wrong. Guys have grown up. And if you see, if you've not detached, because you see, most of us were built from the foundation ya Mungu. Everything on us sisi hata ukibarikiwa mtu anakuambia, our generation wanakuambia ni God.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, everything about us is God enrooted.
Yeah.
But right now, unaweza sikia hata mtu ameongea kizungu noma zaona hiyo ni AI, bro. Maybe the generation is not rooted in God the way we were rooted in God. Yeah. We've done blunders. Yes, we've grown in all that. But our foundation was very, very strong.
Yeah.
That's why if you tell me anything about... There's some time guys used to call me and tell me... In fact, when Willie Paul and Bahati, they had a very big issue. And the only person that would reconcile that was me, because I knew them when they were young.
Yeah.
And it was police case, na hizi vitu zote. So when we came together, do you know what reconciled these guys? It's not even now. We were talking the stories that when they were young, the things that they did to each other. So I realized we were soaring something that this generation actually in a benefit from that.
Yeah.
Even if we are out, but still, yes, we're in a secular world that there's more awareness, but still God is very vivid in these guys. Yeah. Whereby kuna conscience, whatever that is happening, there's God somewhere, because there's something that was planted way before. So in my opinion, naona tuko sawa.
I think vile umesema ni, it's quite interesting and something also for me to be able to learn that the young people today, that yes, they love Moji, but they love BN as well.
Yes.
So, and for us, we were very exclusively me and my guy of
church.
You know. So for me,
sisi ni kubamba, sisi ni zaidi ya muziki. Hatutoki kwa Daddy Owen ndio mtu wetu.
Abna tubanduki.
Ndio hiyo.
You know, in fact, kama unataka tusikize ngoma zako, fanya kitu kama what Daddy Owen is doing.
Very true.
You know, or what akina Kambu are doing.
Yes.
But now, the current generation that we have, they're like, for me, it's music.
Yes.
I love music. And I'm going to consume
good music.
You know, good music. And it's like, my prayer has been, God, what do I need to unlearn? Because it's very easy for me to hold on to the days of Kubamba, you know, when Kubamba was at the top. What do I need to unlearn? And what do I need? Basically, I unlearn and I let go. And what do I need to learn and take hold of for the new thing that God is doing? And I was asking you that question because for me, music is my language. When we go to high schools or to colleges and we play music for these young guys, you can tell that there's a significant difference from how it was back.
Yes, then and now.
Like even 8 years ago or 7 years ago, where they were so passionate about the gospel music and they could hold on to it. But now you go and they'll be like, yeah, ini gig. You know, ini gig ya gospel. Then the next day, ini gig. And then in both spaces, then they are okay.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
and they're very much okay. And so for me, I definitely do need to unlearn that. And I'm asking God to show me how we can, again, plug this generation to what you were saying. There's that foundation that we had.
Yes.
That foundation that's unshakable, where Christ is the bedrock.
Exactly.
Unacheki. So doesn't secular music itawafuata. Hawezi hepa. You know, my kids, you know, their dad is a gospel DJ.
Yeah.
But they'll be like, Dad, have you listened to this? And I'm like, no, who is this? And Bro, I can tell you he's not a gospel artist.
Yeah.
No matter how much,
I know.
no matter how much I'm intentional to expose them to Akina Anatolia,
Yeah.
you know, I'm trying to expose them to Akina, the new artist, you know, whether it's, who's this guy's done, Forrest Frank,
Yeah.
you know, music that's similar to them. I'll be like, yeah, that's nice.
But
Dad, have you listened to this? But it's who they are.
yes, very true. But I think I'll say God a lot of time with there are people that were against Trinity, or we are for Trinity, and what I got to understand is how do you explain it very easily is God manifested in these three ways. He manifested as the Son, he manifested as God the Father, and also he manifested as the Spirit, Holy Spirit. So also I feel like in this generation, there's a way that God is manifesting in himself to this generation, whereby we can't control that to make it look like the way we believed. In fact, I'm not encouraging this. For us, we don't drink at all. I know Christians that we never used to drink, but right now they're drinking. And I'm not in a place to judge them and say that, why are you drinking? Why are you doing things that it was a taboo for us then? And that's just how God wanted to build us to be. And the truth is, as long as we are still alive, Mose, it doesn't matter how we preach Jesus. That's all that we need to do. If it's wrong, if it's not the way they want it to be, but you're just doing it. So I don't think if there's anything to unlearn, that sticks. You have to, whatever that you knew, that's your foundation and everything. But also, how do I do the same thing? Like, I'll give you an example. When I've done businesses and everything. So there's a season that I was in business that everything failed. So I was asking God, now what do I go back to? And you know something funny? God told me, go to the roots. I was like, roots is Bahati and Willie Paul. What do you mean? You know what God told me is go back. And that's all that I had. I have a studio, I have an ability to make music and video, and something goes viral. That one, I have an ability of it. And also I have an ability to know this is something that is good. That is something that you can't unlearn. So now, here comes, I'm seated down, my companies have all shut them down. I don't know what to do. And then now I start a project. In it was 36 project. I was looking for any young talented artists that I can be able to work with. So I wanted to do 36 songs. Not that 36 means anything, but 36 songs just into the market. So I did the first one, released it, that was okay. The second one, and then the third one. There's a lady that I met when she was very young. And I saw how much gifted she was. So I DM'd her. I was talking to her when I was out of the country. And then when I was doing this project, I DM'd her. So she came to the studio. So in this project, I was in song number 3. She did a song called Woman. Wow. And then it blew up. So when she was singing her songs to me and the producer is called So Fresh. And you were like, wow, this is crazy. That lady knows how to write.
Wow.
Knows how to sing. If you listen to her voice, she has everything intact. And I started working with her. 3 months down the line, I think I co-wrote some songs and then produced, did videos for her. And then 3 months down the line, boom, she's being nominated to international award. Like Afrima, for the first time, a Kenyan got 3 nominations of a song that, for me, it felt like, hey, God, what are you trying to show? Then I decided to sign her. Signing her, we did a song. Her name is Bridget Blue. I don't know if you know.
I've listened to her music. Incredible.
So signed her, did a song. Right now, if there's anything that has sustained me and even gotten me back to the track, it's her.
Oh, wow.
Because I had to go back to the roots.
You had to go back to the roots.
Yes, God had to tell me, go back. God told me, go back to where you started. And that's where I started. Kina Willie Paul are who they are today because of where I started. So that means every single time, God just does something in a very different way, but it's still the same thing. So like right now, I've been writing music for a very long time, but I used to be an artist, but sauti mbaya. hata mchezi wimbo sasa.
Nasema Bahati angekwambia vile ulimwambia.
Bahati is way better than me.
That's good.
Mimi niko huko off key na nini, but I'm able to write and I
Yeah.
know what a good song takes,
Yeah.
and I can arrange na hizo vitu zote.
Mhm.
So I recently did some course, so I'm able to write songs.
Mhm.
So I've written around 40 songs.
Mhm.
I want to flood the market with these songs.
Yeah.
So I'll play for you some of them.
Yeah.
Most of them are actually 70% are gospel.
Wow.
So I've done album with bigger gospel artists wengine, because we can't continue saying that there is no enough gospel music if we do not flood it.
We have to be intentional.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I want to be able, because it's easy for me, right? Produce, do a video if need be, or even market it. It's something that I can do it easily.
Yeah.
Then why don't I do that, what I'm able to do?
Yeah.
Yes. And that's currently what I'm doing.
So excited.
We've done the first gospel one, done with a lady called Nemo. The second one actually is with Janet Otieno. The third one is actually I've done an album with Kambua.
That's amazing.
Yes, of which you will tell me. You'll be the judge. So they are already written songs, produced. So they just listen to it, and most of them, I felt like I was led to write for certain people.
Wow.
For example, like Churchill, we've not met for so many years.
I've not seen her for such a long time.
Yes, but now God led me to write a song for her. I called her. She wasn't feeling good, but we prayed, and now she's feeling good. And she came to the studio, she recorded, and yes, we are waiting to put the songs out.
That's what's up.
Yes.
I've got to tell you this blessing. So last week I had, on the podcast I had Lady B.
Oh, nice.
One of the things that's very consistent about you is your being a blessing to many people.
Oh, amen.
And from back in the day, when I met you, just listening, there are many things that people don't even know that we talked on that day about your life. And it's good for people to know that we're not saying that you're a perfect man.
Yes.
You know, but one thing that's also been very consistent is your ability to be a blessing and to breathe life into people.
Yes.
Who the society might have rejected.
Yes.
And when I say the society, I'm also, the church is also included there.
Yes.
So Lady B was here, and she said that when she was down, she was scheduled to shoot a video. And this artist that she had collaborated with, this artist told her the night before they were supposed to shoot the next day. The guy was like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh.
I cannot be seen with you. And you spoke to her and you said, let's go ahead and shoot the video. Did you shoot the video for her, for John?
Yes.
Do you even remember?
I know she's my good friend. Sometimes I don't even remember details. Yes.
Bro, so you don't even know what you were doing.
I don't remember the story behind. Yeah.
But what you did was probably you, just being you.
Yes. That's true.
You were breathing life into someone who probably was feeling as though my air is being taken away. And today, Lady B, when she's there, she's like, Mose, J Blessing basically brought me to where you guys got to know me and to play my videos and to play her. And if that had not happened, we would not have linked up with her.
Yeah.
And she would not have gone for missions.
Yes.
And she would not have gone to preach to so many students, seeing many come into the faith. Wengine nakutana nao kwa barabara namwambia, I know you don't remember me, like you came to our school and you gave your testimony, and I became a Christian that day.
Wow.
You know, I know probably Akina Willie Paul may not say this to you, but you know, you have had such a great impact in the life of many people. And I just want to encourage you, bro. I know it's not easy. Sometimes when we do things for people, we expect them to do them in return.
Yeah.
But Christ reminds us, you know, when you do something, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing.
Very true.
You know, let the Father who sees what you're doing in secret be the one who blesses you.
Very true.
So I just want to encourage you and say, bro, continue being the blessing
Amen.
that God has called you to be.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah. That's good. So much has happened.
Yeah.
Because again, I tell people I forget things very, very fast.
When you're being you don't need to remember.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But the things that touch emotions zangu.
Hizo sawa.
Like there's a video that I keep on saying this story all the time. There's I won't mention a name, a very big artist. We were shooting a video, and then the person that they were collaborating with, sa ile tunashoot video, mtoto akaenda akagongwa na gari akakufa. So now you have we took a break for 1 year before now again convincing this family that we need to go reshoot this video again. And I even the favor that God gave me for this family to accept that the woman will come again to shoot the video after the loss that they went through. That wasn't just a person, it was God working in miraculous way.
Yeah.
So I know there's so much that has happened most. But again, Jeremiah 1:5.
Yeah.
I knew you before your formed in your mother, and I set you apart, which means before all these things, let me say, us being human or scandals and everything that imperfections are easy to zote, he knew who we were.
Yeah.
And you can't stand there. Because for real, at some point, I have felt like I'm not worth it. But my encouragement to other people that will feel the same to me is that you are. As long as you're breathing, you are. Yeah, there's a reason why God has put you there. And all this, just like Job, all this that you're going through, I don't think even if it's the devil, God is just refining you to be whoever that you need to be. Your story has to be different from any other person, but God needs also to glorify himself in all these stories.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
How has it been, man?
Now it's amazing.
You told me earlier when we were starting off, I was like, how are you doing? You're like, Mose, I feel I'm in the best season.
Yes. And actually know that everything is working accordingly. When there's an alignment with what God wants to do with your life, when you that alignment, God's will, and also you align to it, then you're in peace.
Yeah.
When there's loss, you don't feel loss. It's just God that wants to show himself in whatever situation. So I feel I'm in peace and I'm in alignment with him. And that's what gives me joy. There's a song that I've written in it, Bora Upo. You'll listen to it.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. As long as I know you're here, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The three guys, it's Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego.
Yeah.
Yes, they were in fire. But as long as they knew God was,
There's a fourth.
yes, he was with them, you don't fear anymore. Yeah. So everything that we go through, as long as you know it's God, you didn't call yourself.
Yeah.
You just keep on moving.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one last question, bro? And there's so much more that we can talk about. Earlier on, you talked about how you've gone through those dark moments, and when your first suicidal moment, when you had Kina Bahati crying out to you, asking you about their songs.
Yeah.
And so you've gone, like, probably said, I think, to this has also been a mental health awareness month.
Yes.
How did you come out of those situations?
I don't want to make it sound very spiritual.
It's okay to make it spiritual, bro.
Yeah. But it's okay to go through these moments of life. It's very much okay. What happens is don't lose yourself in them.
Yeah.
Just be aware. In every situation is sour. I fumbled, but it's okay. I'll get back again. I've messed up. I'm humble enough to say sorry in whatever place. Because the truth is, maybe you've come from a family that there's a dad, a mom. Most of us did not come from such life, whereby we only get to learn how to take care of children once we have one around us, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm a father right now.
Mhm.
I need to take care of, oh, I'm a man now. I have to take care of this woman because
Yeah.
I never saw anyone around me doing these things, or no
modeling
one
that
was
for you.
there,
Mhm.
to tell us. So most of the time you see these things happening, and that's why you're a mentor, I'm a mentor. We try to talk to as many people as possible, not to let them go through whatever that we went through, or even
Yeah.
the mistakes.
Yeah.
That's when I feel like the people that who are there, okay, maybe not selfish, maybe they weren't outspoken
Mhm.
like the way we are,
Mhm.
or they didn't want to empower us, but we didn't have generation that looked for each other.
Yeah.
For us it was all about competition. So I'm doing good, we niangalie pia wewe, so we ukianguka shida yako.
Yeah.
Pia mimi nang'ang'ana. So there's that much of competition. But right now is my win is better if people around me don't make the mistakes that I made.
Yeah.
And I get it, whereby I have a lot of young men that I mentor right now.
Mhm.
They know.
Mhm.
In fact, down there, me, I got kids out of wedlock.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. I love my children.
Mhm.
But the truth is, do not do the same thing that I did.
Yeah.
Because I'm a testimony of, si rahisi, unaona sai, hizi pesa hapa,
Hizo bills.
nalipa school fees,
Yeah.
ningekuwa nafanya hii na hii na hii. So you don't have to. When you're young, when you have to take care of, when as we didn't have time or chance to take care of ourselves,
Yeah.
because already you're young and you're taking care of someone else and someone else.
Yeah.
So you forget who you are.
Mhm.
So when you're young, it's better, first of all, you know how to take care of yourself. You establish yourself in a manner that whenever someone else comes to your life, you're able to take care of them.
Yeah.
So I have come to a point of knowing that, and all this, Mungu ameweza kunitoa kwa hizo situation mbaya niko nazo. Kuna wakati nimekunywa madawa.
Mhm.
And I'm like, God, me, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Just take me.
Yeah.
And you wake up, nothing happens. There's a time I was going to say goodbye. And then my little son, he was 2 years then. No, it was 3 years, I think. Akaniangalia, akaniambia, Daddy, why are you crying? Akaniambia, come here. A small child hugged me na akaniambia, it's okay. I said, I won't die. I have to make this young man proud. You know, in all the scenario that I've wanted to take my life away, God has somehow taken me out of it. Yeah. So, but again, all these lessons, even from my fall, I don't take them like, for example, my uncle, we've spoken with him this morning, and my auntie, we are very, you see, he told me to leave the house when I was young, and I can use that against him.
Yeah.
But no, if he never did that, I will never be the blessing that I am today.
Yeah.
You know, if all these other things that people think of me, if not for that, then I wouldn't have been the strong man that I am today.
Yeah.
You know, I think, I don't know how to phrase this, but yeah, it's much deeper, whereby when you understand everything that has happened or is happening to your life, as long as you're not being ignorant.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. If there's something that I can beat my chest up and say that I have done, I've been obedient at some point.
Yeah.
Whereby when God really, really wants me to go in a certain way, I've been obedient enough to go that way.
Yeah.
But have I fallen? Of course,
Yeah.
every day.
Fallen many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just that by grace doesn't really condemn. It refines. I don't know.
That's a good word.
Yes, I don't know how to phrase it, but the best way it makes you a better person. Let me just say that. Yeah. So I think through my my downfalls and losses and everything. And trust me, God has forever proven to me that there's no any loss that has been, yani, when I lost my mom, I felt like mimi sitawahi tena kuwa na lost maisha yangu. Kidogo kidogo una lose mtoto. Kidogo kidogo, there's a time niliibiwa vitu za studio. You know, when I came back from school, I was a bit loaded.
You came prepared.
I was loaded.
Yeah.
I went to my friend anaitwa Lucas. Waogopa, nikamwambia, bro, I'm back now. So we meet at the drop. So nikaibiwa vitu almost 15 million, 14 to 15 million zikaenda hivyo. My life was threatened. Yani mpaka nashindwa, is it bad to have all these things, people? And then again, I thought that was the biggest loss. Then just some few years, I opened up another company, kunaitwa Pace, headphones and all that. And then that company was valued to a very high amount of money. I won't lie to you. Like all my losses, now this one became a huge loss again. You know? So now unashindwa, whenever you're saying a huge loss, you're going to a bigger loss. Yani, this is just how God works. And it has refined me. Thank God, I will say everything that I've ever lost in my life, I think somehow I've gotten it back.
God restored.
Yeah, God restored, and even better way. Yeah. Like I was thinking, I won't be able to. 2024 was a very tough life for me. In fact, I thought I would die on 2024. I had so many signs.
Wow.
Most, like literally so many signs. So from my mom's side, I had a sister, different father, but my mom, and she was in States. So now we haven't spoken for a very long time. And then now she dies on 2024. My mom died when she was 24 years.
Wow.
So I had so many, it's only that I can't talk about them. Even my best friend, so you were making my board, my vision board with my best friend. And then one day I was seated somewhere and then looking at that vision board, just randomly, you know, putting pictures randomly. And then looking at it, you're like, what do you mean? That vision board, it's written vividly, 24, based on the pictures, the Gazette pictures that you put together.
And you're just sticking them randomly.
I will show you, you would be so surprised. Like 24. So now I was like, God, what do you mean? What are you trying to show me? So it's so funny. 10 years ago, when I got a vision of what God wanted me to do, I got a dream. A lady asking me, how many kids do you want to have? And I told her 6 kids. And that lady told me, no, but you can't be able to have 6 kids. Why? I asked her why. She told me, because you only have 10 years to live. I was like, what do you mean? So I woke up. I called my dad at night. So my dad is my best friend, whereby we talk a lot. Dad, I've gotten this dream. I'm in shock. Oh, I've been told I'll die after 10 years. So my dad told me, no, don't take it that way. Just pray and tell God to show you what he wants to show. Yeah. So that's when I got a vision of starting a company called linking people to their destiny. During that time.
Link Global.
Yes. So now I did videos. So looking at it, juicy actually, just a few months ago, I looked at the video that I uploaded. Kumbe, 2024 was the 10th year after that dream that I was supposed to die on 2024, and I wasn't remembering. But also, if you look at 2024, it's like it's the final. So there's a new beginning after, like the 24-hour and all that. So like January 1st this year, things worked miraculously for me. I will not lie to you. Even when I tell you other things, not in terms of even just God restored. All of a sudden, my company that had lost so much pace, it has already been restored back.
I was going to ask you what happened.
Yes, actually, we just launched our new product whereby we start in 2 weeks' time. It should be in shops.
In the market.
Yes, in the market.
Praise God.
Yeah, so whereby I just think it's got so many things. Family, restored every single thing that I felt like
has been taken away.
Yes.
Praise God.
Yes.
Praise God, man. In fact, I was going to ask you if 24 also represented 24 hours in a day.
Yes.
It could be, you know.
But still it's, yes, kuna vitu zinakuja. Unajua Mungu ni muy interesting sana. And actually someone told me this. You know, actually my spiritual father, his name is RK. So whenever I want to make any big decision, RK needs to be involved.
Yeah.
So I went to the States to just talk to him in this big decision that I wanted to make. And he told me, I don't know why this imepotea. We spoke about so many things, but also I shared with him about that. Na okay, hiyo imepotea.
Si lazima hiyo achana nayo. I guess tukimalizia, your aunt, have you been a blessing to them?
Of course.
Ini yako hii.
Sibi is my aunt. Yeah, he's our last born actually, and he's gone to school with me. He lives with me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome, Bana. Bro, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Asante.
You know, we've talked for almost 2 hours.
For real? Nalikuwa nafikiria itakuwa 30 minutes. Mi sina story.
Hey, bro. You know, there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot to unpack. Hata tujaongea stories za ukiwa LD, Kitale, exactly. You know, your journey, your pitfalls, you know, but it's been an incredible conversation.
Yeah.
Incredible conversation.
Thank you for this platform.
Thanks for being a blessing, bro. You've been a blessing to me.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
Man. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today. And if you did not know, now you know the story behind the man, Jay Blessing, also known as Jibril Blessing. You know, huge blessing to many of us. And I hope these conversations have also been a blessing to you. So if you've enjoyed them, go ahead, like, subscribe, you know, share with your loved ones as well as your enemies. That's how you keep them close, Sindio. May God bless you, and thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Blessing, for being here today, man.
Karibu sana. Asante pia.
Bro, umenimada pia.
Asante sana.
Oh, man. Awesome, bro.